Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very intriguing news when it comes to Gran Turismo and its official launch, as well as also in just regards to the fact that it's now been officially banned now in a certain region. I'm sure you guys can probably go and guess just by, well, everything. And as well, a lot of kind of good, at least, press coming out right afterwards too as well, all regards to the ongoing situation up in, in Europe. Now, when it comes to that stuff, in case you guys are kind of seeing me just be a little bit more on the, I guess, sketchy side in terms of the names and all that stuff, just more so just in terms of the YouTube algorithm stuff. I'm not sure if that affects that or not. But I want to go cover up the news itself because we actually are seeing some bans now. We're also seeing some support in other regards too, and it's kind of intriguing, especially when it comes to Sony, where they're now officially just getting rid of the games themselves. So if you guys want to go and leave your thoughts and comments down below throughout the entire thing, as always, for these types of videos, just try to be nice and cordial down below. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Make sure you guys enter into the brand new giveaway going on the Twitter link down below, and of course follow the Twitch stream as well down below if you guys want to follow and hang on out and chill. Weeble on that Coinbase as well. Let's go and dive in the video itself. So the first really big video kind of topic over here, as I'm sure you guys have heard and or seen, Gran Turismo 7 has officially launched. Now, I'm actually going to be checking out that game up in a few more days because I'm very currently pulled into Elden Ring. I'll probably check that up on Twitch in a few days, but the one big thing is that it's actually now been officially banned and it's been fully pulled from support for the Russian PlayStation system, which is kind of intriguing because if you guys remember, we actually made a video yesterday discussing the fact that very high political people up in Ukraine were trying their best to go and beg, like literally they tagged Xbox and PlayStation to remove support for gaming support for everyone up in Russia. And this is actually kind of them kind of somewhat following through based on this, whether it's for all the actual sanctions or anything else kind of tied on in. But the one big thing is if you guys actually go to the Russian webpage right now, I'm not sure why you guys would casually be doing that, but if you guys are, basically if you guys go to the Russian PlayStation 5 Gran Turismo page listing, you literally cannot even buy it. And I do believe it's a similar thing too as well for the online digital sales, where you're just not allowed to go buy the Gran Turismo. And Chance even goes through some articles over here saying PlayStation quietly pulls Gran Turismo 7 from sale in Russia with the release date pending confirmation. So Sony as of right now has quietly pulled the PlayStation's brand new game that literally came out today, which by the way, all the initial reviews so far have been going pretty good as well. Graphically seems good, story seems good, gameplay seems good, and while there is obviously some kind of issues with it, if you guys want to go check a more in-depth review, feel free to, but it does kind of seem like it's mostly a pretty good reception with people not being too upset with their purchase, and overall has a lot of but just not a lot of stuff going on, so it's pretty good. So basically this one they actually have quietly pulled it now from Russia. So as of today, it did go and officially launch worldwide, though it's now currently unavailable to purchase via the Russian PlayStation Store that we just showed you guys a second ago. Eurogamer understands the decision not to sell the game to Russia was made by PlayStation officially as of last night. So this wasn't like just an end-all like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, etc. But basically I think from a lot of outgoing support in terms of Ukraine, as well as also folks on Twitter, basically calling for the sanctions as we covered up yesterday, it did kind of seem like they eventually were just like, yeah, just not the right time. Definitely don't want to be supporting this cause. Don't want to be supporting the ongoing issues at all. Let's just go pull the game from the store in Russia as of right now. So as of right now, in my opinion too, I'm kind of okay with it. I understand the whole the legalities of it too. I'm always definitely in the middle of a fence. Not that you guys come here for political views at all, but I do always kind of feel bad for the folks in Russia, just the normal casual folks who have to keep on dealing with all this negative stuff tied on in. But for the sake of the world, I completely understand it. Just in my case. But when it comes to this one, it would make a lot of sense due to sanctions, due to everything else, due to cost, due to the actual act of receiving money. I can kind of go get it. But as of right now, Sony has yet to formally go and announce anything in regards to it. They haven't made a blog post. At least at the time I make this video, they haven't made a tweet, haven't done anything else in regards to it. It's just one of those really quiet, slow, just we're not going to talk about it, and people are probably going to see it. But when it comes to this stuff, obviously people are going to look, and people are going to go find out, especially for a pretty hyped up AAA game like this. So ahead of the basically Gran Turismo's release, PlayStation did not respond to repeated requests for comment from Eurogamer this week on the GT7 status in the country. So we just basically, a lot of people were asking, a lot of people were trying to find out, go and see where Sony's stances were, and this side just sent to go and say anything. And as of right now, the official page that we just showed you guys just has a stage itself displaying the text, release date, pending confirmation. So we'll just have to wait and see for the ongoing next few weeks to see what goes and comes on from that. As well, we also have seen similar stuff, as we mentioned before in that previous video. Sony's film squad distribution basically is also previously announced it would be pausing cinema releases in Russia, which is also including the upcoming Spider-Man spin-off Morbius, which is coming out in the next few weeks, and other various games. So I kind of called that before, where it would kind of be a little bit on the weirder side of Sony themselves, like as the company themselves and the film squad themselves were okay with one side, but not okay with games. So it definitely kind of make a little bit of sense on why they're kind of just banning / temporary removing all this stuff as of right this second. But at least on some of the kind of nicer, more positive news throughout the world, because this is kind of a weird situation. No matter like what you kind of think or how you think about it, it's a kind of a weird, not good situation. So when it comes to this, at least we do have some positive stuff, because this is right after the Ukraine officials calls on Xbox and PlayStation to remove the banned games, which, as you guys can see, basically just happened right over here with this. But we've also seen a lot of other various big game and European countries, basically games also going and supporting up this whole issue. So with this, CD Projekt Red, as you guys know, the people who made Cyberpunk, The Witcher, etc., has mostly both cut off Russia and Belarus from its entertainment products, but as well also made a really, really big contribution, which I do believe was just big. This is very, very big. So for this one, too, this is basically will be saying, confirming they're no longer selling their games, media, or their content to Russia and Belarus as of this second. This also includes the games like we mentioned for Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077, but also a bigger thing, too, is that GOG, which is like a game-selling website, is also now restricted. And it's kind of intriguing to go and note, because this actually will have a bigger impact on CD Projekt Red's sale revenue. The company warned investors that Russia and Belarus actually did go and make around 9.1 of its total sales, and CD Projekt Red has yet to announce its quarter 4 earnings, but based on a quick conversion, those regions may have made $12.8 million in sales, and that effectively means CD Projekt Red will potentially lose actually millions of dollars in revenue, which is not definitely the best news to go and see, all things considered, in terms of pure revenue side, but it's nice to see them kind of supporting in the cause. I do believe they also made a really big donation too as well on top of that. But also in the same thing, if we're speaking out for other various big donations, we've also been seeing other things such as This War of Mine, which is just a very, very like just in-depth, very good game, like actually a very cool indie game too. Tied in with that one, actually did a $500,000 euro donation to Ukraine in support of all of them, all that too as well, with a lot of other various big games too, such as Pokemon. Like you know things are going crazy when Pokemon themselves, the Pokemon company themselves, goes and responds, or even Pokemon did a $200,000 euro donation to as well, and said that everything was heartbreaking. So no matter what you guys kind of think on either side, it's very nice to go and see the gaming companies and gaming kind of world kind of coming together for a nice good cause for like the benefit of the world. I gotta give them a big thumbs up, big like to all these companies out there. There's been quite a few different various ones tied on in. I think it's awesome. I think it's very cool to go and see the public support, because I mean, if you literally have Pokemon backing you, I mean, that's a pretty nice person to have right behind you in your corner. You know what I mean? We're also seeing other various things too as well. Heavy Rain developer, we also even covered Quantic Dream 2 before, also went and put a nice $75,000 donation. Fat Shark, developer of Warhammer Vermintide 2, said they would drop around $25,000 to the Red Cross. Clash of Clans maker Supercell, which is also Tencent owned to as well, was horrified by the unfolding humanitarian crisis, and they want to try to play a part, however small, to alleviate that suffering, and did $1 million too, and will be matching a further $1 million for many of the donations played by the people donating to as well. And others too, on top of that, we've also been seeing other various games from Bloober, such as Layers of Fear or The Medium. You guys probably maybe remember The Medium when the Xbox was kind of just first in its initial launch cycle, because that was its very first kind of initial solo console for it too as well. So a lot of, like, I would probably say this is very, very nice to go and see. We're seeing a lot of kind of just big support in the gaming community all around, and as we also even saw it from PlayStation, as we mentioned before. So if you guys want to give your thoughts and comments on this one, feel free to as well. Just once again, remember to be cordial. I think it's intriguing to go and see that although Sony did not go make an official public statement through Twitter or through a YouTube video, or more so namely a PlayStation blog, it's kind of intriguing to kind of see that you can see their actions more so like behind the scenes, because they don't always have to, I guess, necessarily make a public statement, although it would be nice to see if they did or did not. Just the next few days, etc. But it is kind of intriguing to see that basically a lot of these games and movies are still being basically postponed or pushed back in light of all the issues going on right now throughout the world. So kind of intriguing to see. Like, it's just kind of intriguing to see the whole world kind of respond to how this is. And once again, it's not like an intriguing situation, because it's just a dangerous, scary situation. But at least in terms of the gaming side, it's intriguing to go and see and how everything kind of evolves and everything kind of spreads in the global support for it. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Twitter link down below for the Twitter giveaway too. Make sure you guys are following up for that one. Same with the Twitch too as well. Amazon links, as I mentioned, and the Webull and Coinbase. And like I said, if you guys want to go leave any thoughts or comments on this one, feel free to go give me your thoughts and all of that good stuff, and kind of give me just all the general rundown, and we'll kind of go from there. Probably have another video for you guys throughout the rest of the night, so be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate you guys all so much for being here.